It's another trip to the Hall of Fame for the fall sports still hitting the greens for their tee times.
Plus, the importance of acknowledging your mental health as a McCracken County student opens up about her struggles. I'm Ella Troop.
And I'm Mackenzie Wiltshire. Mustang TV News starts right now.
As September ends, so does Mental Health Awareness Month. As we enter into the winter months and throughout the school year, it's going to be on our minds.
Mustang TV's Brianna Height, Amaya Lusk, and Emily Vogt discuss the importance and values of learning about student mental health and how the school can help you manage the struggles that many students face every day.
I'm Emily Vogt, and I attempted suicide on March 14th, and the whole experience, it's just crazy to me.
She discussed how difficult it was for her to manage her mental health when struggling with anxiety and depression.
I didn't like myself as a person. I was a terrible person, in my opinion.
Unfortunately, many students face battles with self-doubt. As more awareness of mental health continues, MCHS does everything in their power to let students know that they're not alone. We asked the school therapist, Ms. Schofield, where students can look to find mental health assistance.
Our school actually has quite a few mental health resources. Obviously, all the guidance counselors are available, but we have 2 therapists here at school through Four Rivers Behavioral Health, and I'm one of those. And we're available to meet with people on a regular basis for counseling or to deal with situations that just come up unexpectedly.
Like, it's everybody's first time living, and in the moment, like, it's genuinely hard to think about that when you're feeling all these emotions.
Alongside seeking help from the staff, Emily stresses how important it is to prioritize your mental health first and foremost.
It's like very completely different, obviously. Like this time last year, like I was so immature. Like, I'm not saying that I'm still not immature. I still have a lot of growing to do, obviously. Like, I'm only 17 years old, y'all. But this time last year, I would have never said I'm proud of myself. Like, I didn't care about school. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't know what I was going to do with life. Like, I didn't care about how my room was clean. Like, my relationship with my boyfriend, that was kind of bad because of how I acted. And it was because of me and, like, my bad state of mind.
As September comes to a close, it's important to be aware of your mental health at all times. Ms. Schofield told us that as the winter months approach, we need to be aware of seasonal affective disorder.
But it is a very real thing, and it happens a lot of times as we go into winter, and when there are fewer hours of daylight, what actually happens is that our body rhythms sort of get a little bit out of whack during the winter when there's fewer hours of daylight and we're not getting as much of that sunshine, but we're also not getting as much vitamin D. And so sometimes we have to make a real conscious effort to be outside more, to have more exposure to vitamin D. The very same things that help for regular depression help for seasonal affective disorder.
Remember, if you need to talk to someone or if you need help, you can always talk to one of our school counselors or therapists.
But like Bob Marley said, every little thing, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright, everybody. It's gonna be alright.
Again, if you or someone else you know faces a mental health crisis, do not hesitate to reach out for help. You can speak to any of our teachers, school counselors, or other staff members, or text 988.
The ACT for sophomores and seniors is slowly approaching, but it will be here before you know it. The exam will be October 22nd for seniors and October 29th for sophomores. This is required for sophomores, but seniors can opt out if they have the score they need. Students will use the best of their ability to answer the questions for math, reading, English, and science. This will be similar to the CERT tests students did back in August. Here's Ms. Fidel to tell you how you could study for this upcoming exam.
Make sure you're listening for our study sessions. So after school, 21st century, we have some tutoring help, some ACT prep, and that's always really good to go and just have a teacher come and say, hey, these are the sections that you might need to work on.
While these grades are doing the ACT this fall, juniors will take it during the spring. Speaking of the ACT, new changes have come to the 21st Century After School program. You can still get help studying for the big test, but the program is being expanded with clubs and activities run by Mrs. Angie Richmond. Clubs like D&D, Art Club, and many others will be present after school with the addition of some sports like pickleball. For more information, you can join the Google Classroom. 21st Century is held after school every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
The MCHS Varsity Singles recently attended the 1st District Honor Choir, along with 7 other schools from surrounding areas. The 1st District Honor Choir was held in the Seaplant Auditorium on September 24th. The choir learned and perfected 5 songs in 8 hours and performed them for family and friends that night. Mason Clark, MCHS Choir Vice President, has attended 1st District for the last 3 years.
I really enjoyed it. I think it was the best of the 3 that I've gotten to participate in, so I'm glad that the best one was the last one.
You can catch the next choir performance at their fall concert on October 17th, starting at 6 p.m. in the Seaplate Auditorium. With the new administration system this year, there's a new concept of ISD.
Mustang TV's Sabrina Stinson and Campbell McGirt break it down for us.
ISD Light is heavy, has been in the works for a while, but is now being implemented to encourage proper disciplinary action for students for whom it may apply to. Mr. Heath says that the new system will be fit our school needs.
With our new discipline matrix this year. As far as alternative school, our discipline matrix lays out any level 4 or level 5 infraction carries a minimum of 20 days to 40 or 50 days of alternative school based on a single infraction.
ISD Light is not exclusively but mostly reserved for incidents that involve 1 or 3 days based on our discipline matrix. ISD Heavy is mostly but not entirely reserved in incidents that require 5 to 7 days in school based on 1 single infraction. Mr. Etheridge further describes what it means to have ISD Heavy as opposed to ISD Light.
I think the biggest thing is when you come into ISD Heavy is just the distractions are eliminated. A lot of the things that you typically experience during a school day, you don't get to experience in ISD Heavy. Mainly the communication, the use of your phone and that kind of thing.
Both ISD Light and Heavy cause you to lose privileges such as no school dance if 10% of enrolled days are spent in ISD or alternative school. You also lose field trip privileges if you have 3 or more ISD referrals. A new club is being made for people who aren't in NAHS but show a big interest in art. Students will engage in many activities and mediums. Those of any skill level are welcome, and guidance will be given from our art teachers and NAHS members. Ms. Stamper is here to explain how sign-up will work.
Most of these activities are sign-up specific. So if students want to come, of course they're welcome to join the day of, but the way to guarantee a spot is to make sure you sign up in advance. Because, like for example, for the t-shirt, if we do tie-dyes for t-shirt, like tie-dye workshop, or for the leather stamping, we don't have an unlimited number of items. So if you want to make sure you get an item, you're going to want to sign up beforehand.
There will be Mental Health Mondays, which will contain an art activity, and the art club itself will have activities on Wednesdays. A calendar will be released in the 21st Century Program Google Classroom and will be posted around the building. Keep an eye out for any future info. As the first 9 weeks come to an end, the first quarter report cards will be released to the students of MCHS on Friday, October 18th.
Principal Jonathan Smith is proud of the progress our school has made this year.
Super excited that we've made it so far, into the school year. A fourth of the year is already gone.
With that, make sure you have all missing assignments turned in, as today is the last day to submit assignments for this 9 weeks. Report cards will be handed out the first Friday after fall break. As you start driving, it is important to be safe and attentive to what you are doing both on the roads and in the school parking lot.
Sophia Whitty and I found out how the school is promoting the safety of pedestrians when it comes to student drivers.
An increase in concern for safety has come after school resource officers noticed that traffic flow is disorganized and slow during the afternoons. This can be dangerous to pedestrians and student drivers alike. To combat this, the SROs monitored traffic flow with overhead drones. They'll then use this to ensure students can get out of the parking lot safely and efficiently. Officer Brian Kapiski believes that being aware of others on the road is key to safety in the parking lot.
If we're not paying attention to what we're doing driving out there trying to get out of here, then we're going to have a problem. Somebody's going to get hit, somebody's going to get hurt, and we definitely don't want any of that.
Distractions on the road as a student driver can impact the safety of both people inside and outside of the vehicle. Senior Daniel Kraus, who is a daily driver, states that everyone needs to be accountable in order to stay safe in the school parking lot.
Driving is a very important privilege that we are able to have, and that this school allows us to park here and that we can just drive around. It's very helpful, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility.
To ensure your safety while walking in the parking lot, SRO Kapiski says to be sure to stay inside the crosswalks and watch for oncoming traffic. Fall break is almost here. Fall break will be taking place from October 5th to October 12th.
Many people have plans for this week off of school, and we asked several students across the school what they will do on fall break.
I'm gonna go to Gatlinburg.
I'm going to St. Louis, and I'm going to go to the art museum.
I think I'm gonna go to Disneyland.
Okay, which one?
The one with Universal.
Drinking some milk.
Drink some milk, I think. Drink some milk.
Drink some milk.
Maybe not.
No.
A little.
Maybe.
No.
Is that it?
Stop recording!
What are you doing for fall break?
I'm having a birthday party. It's my birthday.
So I'm probably gonna go to Italy first, and then after that, I'm gonna take the tour. Oh, I forgot to mention that I was taking a cruise.
What are you doing for fall break?
Probably going to Corey's birthday party.
What are you doing for fall break?
I'm probably just gonna be hanging out with my friends and working.
Whatever your plans are for fall break, make sure to stay safe and have fun.
Mackenzie, what are you doing for fall break?
Working.
Working?
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have fun though, right? And stay safe?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out, hang out with friends.
Yeah, that's fun. Awesome. I'm actually going to Mississippi.
Whoa, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Go.
Get to go on a little college visit.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Where college at?
Ole Miss. Are we having off-camera happy talk right now?
A little bit, yeah.
What's up, Mustangs, and welcome back to Campus Quest. Let's see what happened with one of our last objects. Unfortunately, the candle holder from 2 weeks ago was never found. Here's where it was hidden. Unfortunately, since you failed to find it, the Banana Man will be left victim to the ghost. What? You know, these past few weeks, we feel like we've been hiding these objects too well. So that's why this week, we're gonna make it easy on you guys.
The item this week is a Taco Bell movie promo 1998 Godzilla Action Attack toy.
There is no clue this week. It's right there. Try and get it down if you can.
Another regional championship is in the trophy case. The MCHS boys golf team won the regional title last week. I'm Nolan Patterson with Mustang TV Sports. Junior Landon Hunt came in first individually with a score of 69. Meanwhile, Jack Farmery and Dallas Vinson tied for second with a score of 73. Now they're headed to the final round of KHSAA State Golf after coming in the top 3 at Sub-State. Meanwhile, the girls also played well in the region tournament. They placed second as a team with senior Sophie Hollowell and 8th grade Harper Hunt tying for second place. At Sub-State, they placed 7th as a team and did not qualify for the final round of state. We congratulate them on a great season. The boys now play next week at Bowling Green Country Club. The soccer season is coming to an end with districts happening soon, as well as a new record broken. We head to the pitch with Charlie Moore to look over the 2024 season starting with the boys.
Thank you, Nolan. The boys started their season with an 8-0 win with a few one-sided losses. Eventually, they got their grip and were able to keep the games close, finishing with 17 wins to 8 losses and 7 draws, with Dexter Pacheco scoring 8 goals with 1 assist over the season, getting 17 points overall.
I feel like we're well prepared. You know, we faced each district team twice this season, and we beat them both twice, so I think seeing them, it's not going to be any different from the regular season. I think we got them.
As for the girls team, they have been dominant this entire season. They ended with 25 wins to only 1 loss and 2 draws. They also had Addison Smith getting 10 shutouts for this season and Maddie Ledgerwood scoring 33 goals with 6 assists with 72 points overall going into districts.
I think we're going to do really well on them. Regionals might be a little bit more difficult, but districts are going to be easy.
Both teams will be competing in the district tournament soon, so make sure you check Mustang News or other social media for updates on when and where the districts will take place. Back to you, Nolan.
Thanks, Charlie. The season continued for the McCracken football team as they played Murray last Friday. We head to the field where we have reporter Zach Poe standing by.
Thank you, Nolan. Remnants of Hurricane Helene caused problems for our Mustangs against the Tigers. The offense couldn't get a good drive going in the downpour of rain, whilst the defense allowed Murray to score 3 touchdowns in the first half, leading to a 21-0 McCracken halftime deficit.
I think a lot of the factors were probably the environment, like the field. We were in a hurricane, obviously. Getting warm, getting used to it over time. Took a little bit of, I guess, a whole quarter or two.
After half, the Mustangs' first drive looked promising, but a fumble taken back for a touchdown put us down 28-0. 2 late scores in the fourth quarter weren't enough as the Mustangs held the Tigers 28-12. Back to you, Nolan.
The Mustangs head into the bye week with a 2-4 record. Their next game will be on October 11th against Henderson County at home.
This is Miss Green, and her 15 seconds of fame starts now. Miss Green is an art teacher here at McCracken. She went to Murray State University and she's been teaching for 9 years. Miss Green enjoys creating and teaching both physical and digital art. Miss Green's message to the world is that she wants everyone to embrace their imperfections and true nature, finding beauty in themselves with compassion for others.
Thank you for watching another episode of Mustang TV News.
We'll be back for another episode after fall break.
For now, if you or someone you know should be featured on the newscast, do not hesitate to reach out to one of us or email Ms. Griffith.
Have a good break.